So we actually got kind of lucky here because someone was already in here ahead of us. And what I forgot about, and another kind of big complaint of mine, is in order to get this next emote, you need 4 players and an emote that you get on the next level, which is kind of unfair to a new player because they've never been to the next level yet. This is their first time. So the next level of the vault. So what happens a lot is you have a new player here, you realize they don't have the emote they need right here, and you can see it gray right there, and then you go to the next level, you get that emote, the emote that you need here, and then you chat at the table and say, hey, you want to go back downstairs? Not as easy to do anymore as it used to be. It used to be a matter of going home and then going back to vault, but you can glitch into the downstairs. But anyway, that's beyond the scope of this particular set of videos. So yeah, there's me falling down going, I don't have the emote, sorry. But you can see my gray emotes there, and that's what I was talking about, is the emotes that are in an area that you haven't collected yet are going to appear gray in your menu. All of those except the very last, the curtsy under the prey, that very kind of middle column, that one is not in the game. So you also can't complete this hair. Anyway, we're waiting for my alternate, which means I'll have 3 characters to come and help us with this instead of having to go do anything out of the ordinary or skip it. And here she comes, I think. Yeah, there she is. So now we can go get the prey emote. This one is prey. It's also the one you need for the special treat in Prairie at the 8 gate. Obviously, I'm controlling 3 characters now, so a little slow. And it's Kara still with us. Anyway, I'm really glad that Red Cape, you saw him briefly. I'm really glad he came along suddenly because he was very useful to us here in helping us get this for this newbie character. I didn't even think about the fact that I wouldn't be able to get it because she didn't have the emote. I had a heck of a time landing on that dang thing there. It's easy when you need the emote. The game pulls you there, but if you don't need the emote, you have to do it yourself. I don't know what's up with these ancestors. I don't like the way they look. They get worse and worse. My opinion. Pray you'll also need for an emote up above, but at least that's in the right area, or in the right order. And also because we had another companion, he tended to do the puzzles, so you're not going to see much of the puzzle. They're easy puzzles, so move up the tower here. Some people do call this the tower. Some people call it the library. It used to say the knowledge awaits or something like that. And, so it is called the vault now. First level complete. Also, you'll see the button for the constellation map right there in the middle of the stone on top of the screen. So you can access that at any time that is in view. So you can buy cosmetics, you can try on things, or you can go back to aviary right from here. So this next one also needs 4 players, but nobody needs any special abilities. This next one is the telekinesis emote, which is the one you needed for downstairs. So here, there's that big giant chat table right there. It seats 4, I believe. Where often the conversations were, "Hi, my name's this. What's your name? My name's this. Okay, you got that? You got this emote now. Do you want to go back downstairs to open the door that you need this emote for?" And a lot of times the answer is yes, please. You used to be able to just go home and then to vault, back to vault again. Now, of course, you'd have to go to aviary and then back to vault. And I always wonder, this dude, this elder was able to do, or ancestor was able to do so many of those stones at once. Why can't I do the 4 downstairs myself? Yeah. Especially when I'm, fully upgraded. I mean, come on. So no chatting here today. I think our red cape guy is out finishing the puzzle. He hung around for the emotes, and then he's somebody known to me by name, by a random name, so it's not a person I actually know. And see, the chat bench is even working. A little sit icon should be showing up, and it's not. So some of the chat benches are not working these days. So I think our level. Oh, my alternate actually did some of that during the emote scene. Obviously, you just light the things around, light the lanterns, light these little thingies, and complete it. And you can see the constellation map, but icon was up there. For the longest time, this area here had nothing other than the puzzle, and then suddenly one update, we suddenly had new stuff, which led to a new emote or new stance, actually standing posture. So it's the lesson there is, never assume you already know what's in an area because it might have changed, especially when there's been an update. And I didn't get a chance to discover this on my own. Somebody said, "Hey, did you find the new update in Vault?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, let me go show you." So I was shown where it was. Chances are, though, I never would have found it on my own. I probably would have skipped it every time, assuming I knew it was here. So I had some trouble finding on this screen. I couldn't find where to focus, so apologize for that. I was having trouble seeing. This is a very dark level as well. It's kind of hard to see where you're going. But here, yeah, you can see where we're going is this little shelter here. And of course you need the blowing kisses emote for this, which you should have collected in easily enough in the race level, or Valley of Triumph, or mountains, as it is now known. All of these initial videos are based on version 0.3.17 of the beta. So it was the first version that included the new prairie. It's a nice little stance. You can't really see him doing it, but there we go. There's just little hands folded in front of you, legs together. My favorite stance of the game. I love it. I love how the character looks when she's sitting in the other postures too. I do believe our other friend is down there finishing the puzzle for us, so we'll go down and be able to move right on. You can kind of see bits of the level above. And that arrow pointing down is the select button, so you can select that person. Even though this character doesn't know him, I could still select and follow him. Light these thingies. Oof, I have trouble with these. Every time. On to the next level. If you watched my rain forest video, then you know I could not collect one emote there, one call, the manta call. You need the manta call to collect the cosmic manta call that is available here. However, if you're with a friend who has the manta call, then they can activate it and you will collect the cosmic manta call. So you can get the emote without actually having the emote you need to activate it. Kind of just like you can also get this the levitate emote the same way. So anyway, I'll get to that. I'll explain that as we get there. And I was looking for the cosmic manta call to make sure that I got it and not our little red-caped friend for the purpose of my video, but I got off course. Oh man, my camera was going berserk on my iPad, so I was missing where I meant to go. It's right above. You can kind of see the bones, and it's right here. And this is where you light the candles, and then a little icon comes up for the manta call, to do the manta call, which of course Brown Cape does not have. So do you see it? There it is. You can kind of see it to the right there. Okay. And then I did it on my main account. So I'm still going to get the call, even though I didn't have the call I needed in order to do it myself. So that's one way to get a few emotes. It's kind of the same way as we got the pray emote, only with the help of others who had it. This is a little more direct. But there's one, and this was actually, the Manta call for a long time wasn't even in the game, so how I got this call was by somebody else doing it in the area. With all of the calls, it doesn't matter if you're right there. If you're somewhere in the level, you will get the call. So the little red cape, who was nowhere near us, got the shield or the call if he needed it. So now we're going to go search for, and I had, like I said, my camera was going so berserk. I could not see where I was supposed to go. So I had trouble finding the levitate. I know exactly where it is. I just couldn't find the island that it's on. Like, I couldn't see it. It's over to the left. other left. That right there, straight ahead. But on my iPad, on the iPad I was using, I couldn't see it. Over to the right, guys. Yeah, I was so turned around on my iPad. So yeah, like, where the heck am I? Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Blinking red dots. Okay, so this one's the same thing. Even if I didn't have the pray emote that I need for this one, if I stood here with the people who have it and waited for them, I would have been caught in the emote scene and got the emote. But I do have pray because we had that kind red cloak, red cape who helped us out. Okay, take 2 on this part. I tried this once and it didn't record. So there are 2 levels of the game where you cannot complete the constellation. The wasteland, like I was explaining earlier, there's an emote you cannot collect. This one either, so you cannot collect this ancestor's hair, or this elder's hair, which is more of a headscarf. For a very brief time, they had taken some emotes completely out of the game. Some that were in Isle, and a couple others. There were 2 in this level in the vault that were never available, but they always showed gray. So you were never able to collect this elder's hair because you could never complete the constellation. So once they eliminated some emotes completely, they just cut down the number of emotes in the game. They cut those 2 gray ones out completely, and this was before the one stance that's now in vault was there. So for that brief time, when they had cut down the number completely, you were able to collect this elder's hair because you could finish the constellation. So those of us who did Storm in that time were able to collect this look here. So you can have this headscarf looking hairstyle. So not a whole lot of people have it, not a whole lot of people wear it, even if they have it, but it is kind of nice to finally have. But again, right now it's unavailable along with the Wasteland constellation, the Mohawk. Okay, now you enter Storm and you can see that there is a blue shield over the doorway. Without 20 blue emotes or a combination of 20 blue shields and emotes, you cannot enter, you can't go through that doorway. At this point, I'm not sure why, because you can't go to the Storm this way anymore anyway. The last time I tried to go Storm this way, I was alone. I was solo. I decided to try it solo. So I went up there and went to sit, and sure enough, it directed me right back to Aviary. So this time I decided to try it with a friend to see maybe if I'm with somebody, it'll be different. No, it directs you right back to Aviary. So the only way to go through to Storm now is through Aviary, through that 6-person door, which I'm not terribly happy about. I'd rather not have to go find 5 more people in order to go to Storm, because sometimes I just want to do it alone. And also, if I only have 3 people or 2 people, I want to be able to go do it. Anyway, there's always a way to glitch in, and it's not as hard as I used to think. So basically, you're pretty much stuck going back to Aviary here. I wasn't planning on doing a Storm run at this point. If I do a video on a Storm run, it'll be an old video. It hasn't changed in months. It's for a little while, for 3 days, it was different. There was a different ending to it, which was very, very, very good. There's a lot of feeling there. They pulled it after 3 days. Somebody said, "Oh, I don't think it was even supposed to ever be out and seen." I don't know whether that's true or not, but anyway, one way or another, it's no longer there. So some people were disappointed when they tried on Saturday, and it was no longer it was no longer different. It was the same old Storm. It's a little harder now because you have less cape power, so you don't have as much. You're going to drain a little quicker, so you're going to lose some protection. Both emotes and cape energy are your protection in Storm. So we're going to try to go out here. There used to be cape kiosks out here. The pink cape used to be out here. Don't know where it is now. It's gone at the moment. The game says it's there, but I have no clue where it is. And up here we're going to be directed to find some friends. Apparently, not only find friends, but find the right door, because you can't get there that way. So we will be going back to Aviary and see what Aviary looks like now that I have finished a few levels. So it'll be the first time I've been back in Aviary since I started this character.